Alright, let's dive into something that's been blowing up online lately: Sid Wilson reportedly leaving Slipknot. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me just say this. Personally, I think this is one of those stories that feels like a gut punch for fans, especially if you've been following the band since the late 90s. Slipknot isn't just a band, they're a phenomenon, a cultural force. And Sid Wilson, known as Number Zero, has been a cornerstone of that since day one. So, when TMZ drops a bomb like this, it's not just news, it's a moment that makes you pause and think about what it means for the band's future. Here's the deal: TMZ is reporting that Sid was informed he's no longer part of the band as of Friday afternoon. Now, what makes this really interesting is the lack of official confirmation from either Sid or the band. No statements, no social media posts, nothing. In my opinion, this silence speaks volumes. Slipknot has always been a band that operates on their own terms, but this kind of radio silence feels different. It's like they're either trying to figure out their next move or maybe even hoping the story will blow over. But let's be real, this isn't the kind of news that just fades away. One thing that immediately stands out is the timing. Slipknot has been a 9-piece machine since 1999, and Sid's energy as the DJ and keyboardist has been a huge part of their live shows. If you take a step back and think about it, his absence could fundamentally change the dynamics of the band. I mean, Slipknot's stage presence is legendary, and Sid's chaotic, high-energy style has always been a key part of that. Without him, it's not just a lineup change, it's a shift in the band's identity. What this really suggests is that Slipknot might be at a crossroads, and that's both exciting and terrifying for fans. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture here. Slipknot has always been a band that thrives on mystery and unpredictability. From their masks to their cryptic lyrics, they've built an entire brand around being enigmatic. But this situation feels different. What many people don't realize is that behind the masks, these are real people with real relationships, and those relationships can fracture just like anyone else's. If Sid's departure is true, it raises a deeper question: can Slipknot still be Slipknot without one of their original members? Personally, I think that's the million-dollar question right now. A detail I find fascinating is the lack of a stated reason for Sid's reported departure. No drama, no public fallout, at least not yet. This could mean a couple of things. Maybe it was a mutual decision, or perhaps there's something behind the scenes we're not privy to. From my perspective, the absence of a clear reason only adds to the intrigue. It's like we're all left piecing together a puzzle without the box cover. And honestly, that's kind of what Slipknot does best: they keep us guessing. So, where does this leave us? Well, for one, it's a reminder that even the most iconic bands aren't immune to change. Slipknot has always been about evolution, but this feels like a seismic shift. In my opinion, the real test will be how they handle this moving forward. Will they address it head-on, or will they let the music speak for itself? Either way, I'm here for it, because Slipknot has always been about pushing boundaries and challenging expectations. As we wrap this up, I'm left with one big question: what does the future hold for Slipknot? Will they reinvent themselves, or will this be the beginning of a new chapter? Personally, I think this could be a defining moment for the band. Change is never easy, but it's often where the most interesting stories come from. So, here's to whatever comes next, because if there's one thing Slipknot has taught us, it's that they're never afraid to take risks. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep rocking.